Oh, hey, Amy. Welcome to my Autoclave Competency. For using the autoclave, you should always make sure you're wearing your proper PPE. I'm not, because I'm making a video and I want you to be able to hear me. So, first of all, you'll come over to the autoclave, you'll open the door, and you'll make sure that the drain valve tube is positioned upright and not draining all over the floor. If, for some reason, you would need to fill it with more water, you would come over to this drawer, get some distilled water, and you would fill it in this reservoir. You can see it doesn't need filled because it's in the green. This sticker is an indicator of the fill line. Make sure you put everything back where it goes. When you're loading the autoclave, you'll want to make sure that the packaging is paper side down. You don't want any of it to touch the chamber walls. You want to make sure bigger items are on the bottom and plastic has to go on the top, otherwise the heating elements and the autoclave will melt them. Speaking of packaging, the items over here on these trays are ready to be sterilized. They're in the correct packaging, and they're also labeled with the student's name, the date, and it should say second year, but it doesn't. You'll then come back to the autoclave, close it, you'll press pouches, start, and you want to make sure that the heat, light, and pressure are good to go. When the cycle is complete, the machine will buzz and the door will open like the tomb of Jesus on Easter Day. You can then unload the packaging, the items. Once they're dry, you'll store them correctly. All of the cabinets right here, clean instruments, second year polish sheath. Everything's labeled so you know exactly where to put it. And you'll, like I said, place them in the proper area for storage. While on the topic of the autoclave, every single cycle you will need to use an indicator strip. Before starting the autoclave, you'll fill one of these out with the date and your initials. You'll place it in a small sterilizing bag and you'll seal it, making sure to bend at the perforated line. You then place that in the autoclave with the cycle. When the cycle's done, you will remove this and you will tape the strip into this lovely notebook as such, with your initials, the date, and which machine it was in. The bigger one is the M11, the smaller underneath is the M3. Once a week, specifically the first clinic day of the week, you'll also do a vial test. What you'll do is you'll take a vial, uncracked, place it in a small sterilization bag, and place it in the autoclave. When the autoclave is done, you'll take it out, remove it, crack it. You'll take a second one that has not been sterilized and crack it as well. You'll place them both in the incubator for 24 hours. After the 24 hours are up, you will take the sterilizer record notebook and you will make note of the test results as well as the date, the incubation date, when they were taken out, which sterilizer they were placed in, and the test results with your initials, also the load number. Once you're done with all that, these used vials you would then place in the sharps container.